Hey people, CzarThwomp here, and welcome to episode 57 of Extraordinary Investigations 2. Last time, we basically closed up Sebastian's character arc. That's right, Sebastian is going to have really no more speaking parts for the rest of the game. No more Sebastian, no more Blaze. That arc has been closed, and now we're moving on to the case at hand. Because Lang is here, and he's just trying to arrest people. Agent Lang, what are you talking about? The SS5 incident from 12 years ago. It's a case I'll never forget. 12 years ago. Well, a lot has changed. It all happened over 12 years ago. Back then, he and my father were close friends, and our clan protected the president's life. But then he suddenly changed. It's as if he became an entirely different person. Nowadays, he doesn't even have a shred of faith in the police force of Zheng Fa. 12 years ago. I wonder what went on then. Might it have something to do with Lang's father and President Huang? Patricia Rowland, and you, Blaze the Best. Back then, the two of you killed off the Lang clan. That's right. Blaze was the prosecutor who destroyed Lang's family's honor and made Lang into the bitter, prosecutor-resenting man that we know him as, that we met him as in Kidnap Turnabout. And funny thing is that basically Lang, he goes as far as to call Quercus Alba a bastard for putting Zheng Fa's economy in danger. But meanwhile, House of Lang gets taken down by Blaze and literally makes it where Lang is pretty much paranoid of all prosecutors. And meanwhile, Blaze, he just gets like this, oh, you got what you deserve, you asshole. Though too bad we never get any interaction with Blaze and Lang. That would have been beautiful. Just Lang being his normal pissed off self and then Blaze just taking it in, drinking those tears. Were you involved in the incident 12 years ago? I was 16 at the time! That's right, I was. However, I'm not here to chase after ghosts of the past. I'm here for you, Justine Courtney. Me? You and one other. John! Miss Courtney, you're coming along too! As a suspect in the murder of the president of Zheng Fa, Huang. Agent Lang, whatever it's you! Settle down, Mr. Prosecutor. The investigation has only just begun. We're going to inspect the crime scene. With the suspects in attendance. Agent Lang, did he get his hands on some new pieces of evidence? If you have any objections, then you can tag along as well. I shall do just that. Call me old now! Let's see you call me old now! The end of the trial is not always the end of the case. There are still many mysteries yet unsolved surrounding the murder of the president. Namely, the true nature of the giant monster and... Then come and get me. I'll be looking forward to it. That is, if you can bring me a justice, but I highly doubt that. Where's the boom? Where's the boom? The true identity of the person on the other end of the phone. Yes, basically, this was just the beginning of the trial. Now we have the middle and end to go. No, thankfully, it's not too much more. The beginning part of the trial is really the longest part. Could you please give it a rest already? The heck? I'm telling y'all, it's best for y'all's sake to come clean. The staff has their lips sealed shut as the reporters continue their tenacious negotiations. If you're not here to cooperate with the investigation, I must ask you to vacate the premises. For a second, you kappa, y'all couldn't have stopped Muzilla's invasion. Not only did they secretly raise the giant monster, but now the staff's trying to cover it up. Like I said, we haven't even been raising any monsters here in the film lot. But y'all said you don't talk over yourself. Sure, I saw it, but it's not like we were keeping inside the film lot. Mind did we butt in? Yes, that's right! CzarThwomp's emulator is having slowdown. Ah, Mr. Edgeworth! And John! Damn it, they didn't get rid of that asshole kid! Oh, y'all come here to search for the monster too? We're searching for a criminal, not a monster. Langzy says... The darkness inside a criminal's heart can be likened to a monster. Well, when it comes to killing people, criminals aren't much different from monsters. Agent Lang, there's a problem. I can't let the outsiders into the crime scene. These are all key figures in the case. I'd like them to be here when the investigation resumes. Agent Lang, regarding what you said about resuming the investigation, where do you intend to start? We'll start by reviewing the case. Today, the body of President Huang was found here in the film lot. The president's whereabouts from 2 nights ago are still unknown, and CzarThwomp has some mucus in his throat. Sorry about that. Just had this big blob of mucus. Literally, it's huge. Oh, it's about the size of a quarter. Okay. Oh, great. Now I have nowhere to wipe it. Great. Resorting to things. Okay, I think I can just wipe it on my shirt. It's gross, but it'll have to do. I don't have any tissues with me. Yeah, it was a huge ball of mucus. Like, I mean, literally, it was quarter size. It was like this big, whitish blob of mucus, you know? Damn my sinuses. It seems he snuck out from under the eyes of his bodyguard and ventured outside. And that night was the last time he was seen alive. It was when he met with you, Judge Courtney, on the roof of the Grand Tower. So, why did you meet with the president? That I cannot say. You can't tell us, even under suspicion of murder? Can't say? Why not, ma'am? Miss Courtney, if you don't say anything, you'll be only more suspicious. Oh, trust me, I don't need more proof of how despicable she is as a human being. I mean, look at how her son talked to me. He called me old, even though I'm vibrant. I am only 27 years old, FYI. I am vibrant. Ha, she must have a reason to claim up. I think you're somehow involved with the president's assassination. The president's body was only discovered today. That still leaves a blank of 1 whole day after Judge Courtney met with him unaccounted for. Don't be so impatient. We're gonna fill in that blank right here, right now. The evening on that blank day, and that blank question is what's blank important? What happened here last night? So why don't you tell us, John Marsh? Me? We know you were here last night. What? John was here? Between that little Missy's testimony and the footprints we found, we can easily prove it. John, you were rehearsing here last night, right? You were spying on me. You did my mom. My mom's over there. I'm sorry. I just came to check up on things. You really shouldn't be staying up so late, you know. Mind your business, you old hat. You're not my man. You can't order me around. You can't make me eat vegetables. I don't even eat my vegetables with my man. Yes, John only fears Justine. John Marsh, that young lady was worried about you. You will not speak to her like that. Sorry, ma'am. How many times have I told you to be more mindful of the way you speak? Is it just me or does Miss Courtney's personality seem kind of different? She seems to be as strict with her own son as she is with those who violate the law. Are you listening to me? And earlier as well. You did not brush your teeth. I can tell, John. What did I tell you about brushing your teeth? Did I not warn you enough of tooth decay? Tooth decay kills, John. You should always bear that in mind, no matter the occasion. Can we get on with the investigation already? Pardon me. For Judge Courtney to get carried away like that, this must be her motherly side. Agent Lang, you suspect John. All I want is the truth. Why was the president killed? Why would they kill such a wonderful man? And oh great, the freaking mucus is starting to form a residue on my shirt, ugh. Put it on the inside, ugh. And I want to know who killed him. I'll do whatever it takes to find out. I'll arrest children if I have to. It seems the president was like family to him. He was like that inappropriate uncle who touches you in all the wrong places. He takes you down to the basement and you're confused. You're like, Uncle, why are you touching me there? And then he just shushes you and tells you that you're playing Twister. You're playing Advanced Twister. You're playing the Advanced Twister that's so advanced that you can't tell your parents about it. John, would it be alright if we asked you a few questions? Sure, it's fine. I got nothing to hide anyways. John's rehearsal. I wasn't feeling too great during yesterday's shoot, so I made a few bloopers. They are reshooting the scene today, so, well, I decided to go and rehearse on my own. I do it all the time. There wasn't anything out of the ordinary. You were rehearsing alone that late at night? John, when I called you last night, you told me you were at the hotel. You called him? About what time was that? I believe it was around 11 p.m. I required him to call me every night. That's our rule whenever he stays away from home. The truth is, I was at the film night during that time. Yes, Justine's leans on like, and I can just imagine like Justine's eyes glowing red, and just her voice being just like, so you lied to me? Oh God, I'm dead. Help me, old man. I'm not helping your ass. I'm just going to be. Sorry, ma'am. Miss Courtney sure is angry. And then Justine, she brings up the middle name. John Angus Marsh. I think it's admirable that he practiced on his own, even if he hid from his mom. I'm sure she was simply worried. Who knows what could have happened to him out alone so late at night. In reality, he did get caught up in yesterday's incident. But John said there wasn't anything out of the ordinary, right? Is that really the truth? Oh great, the snot's starting to dry. It's forming small blob curd balls. Ugh. Yes, let's press. John, you said you didn't feel well. Could you please tell me more concretely what was wrong? That doesn't matter. I just wasn't feeling well, alright? You weren't feeling well. Maybe you drank too much milk. Lies. You can never drink too much milk. Take it from me. I'm the guy who drinks like 6 to 10 cups of milk a day. Yes, and I am only 5'6". The milk does not help. Hell, I have to use a stool at my desk while I'm recording. My feet are on a stool. It's not that comfortable, but I have to do it because otherwise if I lower my chair, my desk is too tall for me. And if I don't, my feet dangle. Wait, hey, you, no, that's not it. Ben, I don't think that backpack was refrigerated, so he didn't feel well because of his stomach. When I was young, I was told that chewing milk makes it easy on your stomach, you know. Heck, knowing bad. When Kay was young, he just fed her cream. He just like tilted Kay's head back and just put it and just basically just bottle fed her a carton of cream. Shh, it's all right. The cream will heal you. This conversation's over, anyways. I just made a few bloopers. So they plan to reshoot the scene today, and you were practicing for that last night. My mistakes caused a lot of trouble for the people around me. I'm a pro, so practicing that much more is natural. He certainly does have an admirable sense of responsibility. John is incredibly dedicated to his craft. He didn't even make any major mistakes in those bloopers. I said if it would make the movie just a tiny bit better. Shut up! You don't need to go around blabbing about stupid stuff like that. You're not my mom. I'm sorry. If only he was a little more cooperative, I'd have no complaints. Anyways, that's what happened. John, I like your testimony. John Angus Marsh. Don't I always tell you? Yeah, I can always imagine just John's middle name being Angus because just like basically after the brand of beef. John Marsh, didn't I always tell you? If you're going to practice by yourself, you have to let me know beforehand so I can stalk you in the fiesta. I knew. My time to speak was completely stolen away from me. I should ask you once more, John, about your relationship. But you know, John, I think that's really great. Again! I bet being an honest effort like that will make something even more talented. You'll go from little thief to middle thief, and then someday you'll become a great thief. Oh, my throat. I'll do my best so you do your best too, okay, John? Ahem, now then, if I may. John, do you always rehearse in that way? At long last, I finally got to ask my question. Good for you, Edgeworth. Good for you. No mistakes in that testimony, correct? Of course there's no mistakes. It was just a normal, peaceful night. Nothing out of the ordinary happened at all. A peaceful
peaceful night. How can you say like that when an incident like this occurred?
Okay, he's still a child. Please don't get seriously angry. So there's nothing out of the ordinary.
He doesn't know anything about the incident. That's the impression I'm getting. What's the evidence that shows that something did happen last night?
Yes, I don't have time to waste dealing with a child's lies. Let's present the contradiction. Okay, just searching around. Just want to double check. Okay, just do it. Okay. I got you! Guess glug 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 glug. I could really go for a beverage right now. Don't just drink milk! I would even talk to drink milk and listen to others at the same time. What's that, old man? Were you talking to me? No! He wasn't even listening!
Mr. Edgeworth does make a fool of you, is he?
It seems he will be necessary to teach him the harshness of the real world. I must silence him with evidence so that he can't make any more of these cheeky remarks. There! Now, wasn't anything out of the ordinary? That's a lie, isn't it? We have evidence right here. Could that be? That's right. It's the video you recorded of your performance. What? You're telling me you have a video from last night? Exactly. And this video, there's clearly something that is out of the ordinary. That is a monster's footprint. Would you say that monster's footprints are commonplace on a film set? John, why did you conceal this video from us? No reason, really. Hey, pup, this is no joking matter. You have a reason to hide it, right? John Marsh, answer him clearly. But, ma'am! Well, I didn't want anyone to see me rehearsing. In other words, you're embarrassed about others seeing you practice. Yeah, got a problem with that? You're saying that's why you hid the evidence? John! My own son! Eve! Quit nagging me, man! You've already buzzed me. What more you want? I want you to admit that I want you to really... you have to apologize to the gods of law, John! Why? I don't want to apologize to the gods of law. I don't even worship that hag! Don't you insult the gods of law, John! While you live in my house, you worship my gods of law! Yeah, the footprints were there, but I just practiced and head home! How come y'all so calm to find those footprints? It's a monster, you know, a real live monster. I thought it was just part of the set. Besides, there's a lot of other weird stuff around here, too. He's suspicious, Chief. This kid's really suspicious. You're right. The smell of a scoop stinks to high heaven. Shut up. Shut up. We're just talking. We're not done here yet. What now? The monster's footprints weren't the only unusual thing that happened last night. Besides the monster's footprints, what other unusual thing happened last night? A monster's head fell from the roof of that building. Surely you must have thrown about that. I don't know anything about it. Is that true? I told you. I just practiced a bit and then went back. I don't know anything about Museum's head falling over or anything like that. Or do you have some evidence to show that I know something? There certainly isn't any evidence of that. It's also possible I fell after John had already gone back. If there's no evidence, then like I said, we're done talking. It seems that John doesn't really want to talk about last night. Could he be hiding something after all? Wait up! Agent Lang, you think you're hot crap! You think you can go around calling me old? You think that you can go around thinking that your theme song is all hot and rocky? Well, listen to this, pup! Listen to this theme song! Listen to my theme song! It sounds like something I would play in an Advance Wars game! That's right, I play Advance Wars as I go around rocking my feather boa. This video backs up my logic.
Huh? Is there something in this video that's related to the case?
Yeah, take a good hard look at that monster costume in the top left.
The Mozilla costume?
Try comparing it to the one over there now.
It looks like it's just hanging there limply, though. And the zipper on its back is zipped up tightly.
Zipper on its back. What? The discrepancy is... Yeah, the difference is plain to see. In the video, the zipper is clearly open. That's right, someone was inside.
What?
Mr. Palace, is the costume zipper usually... It's always zipped up tightly when it's not in use. Mr. Prosecutor, do you remember my logic from before? 2 nights ago, Courtney pushed the president off the roof and killed him. Afterwards, she snuck into the film lot to hide the body. In here? Would it be easy to hide the body costume behind all that equipment? Then all she had to do last night was retrieve the body. You're saying the body was hidden inside the costume? Yeah, that's right. Judge Courtney, 2 nights ago you pushed the president off the roof of the tower. And then you hid the body inside the monster costume. I did no such thing. Say what you want, but you're the only one who could have done it. That should have already been proven impossible. The film lot was locked down at the time. Judge Courtney could not enter the place. And what if there was an accomplice? What? I'll tell you my reasons, so listen up. Mother and son theory. When the president was pushed out the roof, John was waiting at the film lot. If John was an accomplice, the problem with the locks would be resolved. The 2 of them then hid the president's body inside that monster costume over there. All to screw me over. You think this crime had such an elaborate plan? To take the life of a nation's president. An elaborate plan is to be expected, don't you think? John would never take part in a crime. You're the one being suspected. Your words don't carry much weight. I would think that those 2 had sufficient motives for something like this, though. Well, maybe they had a motive that we didn't know about. You were the last one to meet with the president, and you're still keeping that secret. Don't you think it's only natural that you're being suspected? Judge Courtney, is there no way for you to tell us your secret? My apologies, I cannot, no matter what. However, when the time I can talk about comes, I will surely let you know. So, if you could please... Believe you? Is that what you wanted to say? That's what all criminals say. And you, pup, if you got an explanation, hurry up and spit it out. I did nothing, that's all I'm saying. Both mother and son won't talk. You're still going to defend him like this? It's true, Judge Courtney's actions are a mystery. However, we still don't know whether or not that ties him with a motive for murder. Yeah, that's right. Their motive for murder can wait. For now, let's talk about the situation surrounding the crime. And the fact that these 2 are the only ones who could have done it. Yes.
Mr. Lang's logic doesn't make sense.
Indeed, if those 2 were accomplices, the crime certainly would have been possible. So it would be useless to argue that point.
In that case, what do we do?
Firstly, we should have Lang explain reasoning in more detail. Let's draw more information. Will do. As Lang, don't tell me you're saying John was an accomplice.
John still looks like a grade school kid. Even got a kitty backpack to boot. How can he be an accomplice? There's just no way. Like I said, John's already in middle school, and the backpack is a part of his costume.
Langsy says, screw the kids, they're evil! 13-year-olds are some of the most despicable people on the planet! They know how to crush you, and they know how to crush you in the most painful way possible. No matter how young the cub, never pity an ungrateful pup. He may be a little brat, but a villain deserves no mercy.
So Mr. Langsy didn't make any allowances for it.
I'm surprised Langsy even had kids, considering that logic. Because what woman looks at that and says, oh yeah, I want that to be the father of my kids? Guy who basically goes around saying kids commit crimes. Mr. Prosecutor, you're not just defending because he's a pup, are you? Of course, that was never my intention. I shall present suitable evidence in due course. Oh, I'm looking forward to it. My logic's just getting started. How would that resolve the problem? I figured you'd ask that, Mr. Prosecutor, but you know, it's actually quite simple. Listen up. First, the woman pushes the president off the roof.
She pushed him off?
Then, the brat who knew the combination for the locks unlocks the film lot.
I see, the combination unlocks the brat.
Okay, it's the opposite. And that's all it takes. With this, the problem of the lock is solved. Your theory that she couldn't get in because she didn't know the combination no longer flies. Regarding this lock, that certainly is a plausible explanation. Agent Lang, thank you for your clear explanation. Please continue with what you were saying before. If you're going to give up, you better do it now. Basically, the rear entrance was forced open. Why would the rear entrance be forced open? Agent Lang, that statement contradicts this piece of evidence. Mr. Prosecutor, are you playing games with me? The evidence says it all. In that case, the evidence is lying through its teeth. No! So that wasn't it.
Even if you defend him, he's so a whoop. I suspect he's tough.
Yes, he's a wily opponent indeed. Suppose these two were accomplices. Why would they have needed to leave the boy hanging around there for an entire day? Why don't you give it a rest and take a good hard look at reality? Thanks to their trickery, our investigation's been confused up until now. Doesn't that about answer your question? Got it, those two hit the body. In the video, we can all see the inside of the costume, so can you really say for certain that the body was packed inside? Yeah, I'll give you that much. In that case, why don't we try examining it? The inside of that costume, there might be some traces left inside. Mr. Powers, may we examine the inside of the costume? Sure, go ahead. But it might be kind of stinky, since I smell a lot in there. This is incredibly dirty. That's strange. We always make sure to clean it after using it, so that the sweat doesn't damage the costume. Isn't this just proof that someone besides you used this costume? Actually, the dirt from the body probably got into the costume.
The person's body did fall on the top of the monster's footprint. That must be where the dirt came from.
Are you satisfied now? Crime notes. Boom. There we go. Logic. That got into the costume when the body was hidden inside it. Is that really the case? Well, until the next time, I really appreciate that you stick around to watch this episode of your review. If you come back from the next one, if you like the video, like, subscribe, comment, share, do whatever you want. And I'll see you later. Bye.